I mean, we've highlighted stories around the globe. I'd like to bring the stories now to Nigeria. We begin with a heartbreaking appeal from Ogbomoso. The husband of Mary Akombi, one of the teachers kidnapped last Friday from schools in Orile, local government area of Oyo State, is begging the kidnappers to take him instead and release his wife and their 18-month-old baby. The man made the emotional plea in a viral video interview with media entrepreneur Jude Jideomo, who visited Ogbomoso days after the mass abduction. The distraught husband said the community has been left with no security presence and no protection. Can't imagine what this man is going through. Mary Akombi is a staff member of First Baptist Church of Ogbomoso. She was kidnapped with her baby strapped to her back in a video posted by the kidnappers. She was heard pleading for government intervention.
I'm from Ibadan. I'm working at First Baptist Church of Ogbomoso. Yesterday, the people came to our school, and we are getting kidnapped, both the teachers and the children. We are all here. We need help from the federal government and the state government, both the church, First Baptist Church, and the community. We need your help so that these people will release us. Please help us. Please help us. We need help from our president. We need help from our president. Please help us, our state government. International, you want to please, and both the Nigerian Christians, please help us. Please help us. The children are here, they are crying, so that we will not waste our lives. Please help us. We need your help. Help us. Don't neglect us.
This is what insecurity has reduced Nigerians to: husbands begging to trade places with kidnapped wives, parents watching their children dragged into forests, communities left defenseless. President Tinubu says a rescue operation is underway. Oyo State says the kidnappers are trapped, but every day that passes, the trauma deepens. These are real families, real lives. They are waiting, and if let me, my heart is broken.
Honestly, it's so difficult to watch these stories because you're expected as journalists to consume the most heinous things and put it back out. So it's very difficult to watch, to listen to what that lady had to say. But really, this is a call on the government, as she said, right? Because we talk about insecurity so much, it almost feels like it's redundant. But this is the human cost of the type of insecurity. And it's getting worse. And it's all of our problems. For decades, we've made it seem as though this is a problem of just the north. But it is moving southwards. And we're hearing it getting closer and closer. It doesn't need to come to anybody's front doorstep before we realize that we need help. This woman has a baby strapped to her back. No provisions to feed the child, to change a nappy, to drink or to eat for herself. It's awful what we are constantly having to endure as Nigerians, what we have to see all of the time. So yes, as she said, the state governor, Governor Sheyi Makinde, the President Tinubu, you have to do something and do something quickly. We were talking about teachers and students being abducted days ago. Now we are hearing that while rescue operations are still ongoing, more people are still vulnerable. It is awful what is happening, and ultimately they need to be brought home as quickly and as safely as possible.
Absolutely. And just to
chime in quickly. Governor Sheyi Makinde has been relatively proactive. He signed an executive order that's supposed to regulate some of the local vigilantes and associations so that they can actually be able to operate within the ambit of the law to secure the state, because it's now gone beyond police, it's gone beyond army. But the DHQ has also made a statement on the Oyo kidnappings, and they've said that these kidnappings are as a result of what we've spoken about daily here, which is that the JAS terrorists that are being attacked in other parts of the country, we know all the airstrikes that have been going on and all the other operations the military has going on, those people are running away. And where are they running away to? They're coming south. So everybody has to be prepared. Every state, every region, nobody is immune to this. The moment you relax is the moment they sneak in. Now, lastly, on the children, we have a Safe Schools initiative, and it's so sad that it's only now that some of the Southwest states are now reported to be kicking it into action. We can't be reactive. There's so many solutions that exist in paper or in policy to a lot of the challenges that we face here in Nigeria. But more often than not, we wait for calamity to knock at our door before we remember that, oh, we actually had a solution for this. Let's quickly put it into action. But late is better than never, so I hope those Safe Schools initiatives are rolled out. I believe the most recent person to make a commitment to ensure that it's rolled out is Governor Adeleke of Osun State. He said he's going to ensure, and I hope that all other states now take Safe School initiatives seriously, because the Union of Teachers is threatening to strike, because now it seems being a teacher is now an existential threat. I mean, how can being a teacher become one of the riskiest career choices rather? Yeah, it makes no sense whatsoever.
In fact, a few years ago, the world donated $13 million to Nigeria for this Safe School initiative. But before I come to you, meanwhile, earlier this week in Oyo State, the Oyo State Police Command had to push back on claims of another attack in Ubomosho and neighboring communities after a series of viral videos circulating on X suggested that criminals had invaded the area. In the clips, students and residents were seen running for their lives, fearing of a new attack. Yes, the young child saying, Ede Jesus, Jesus, in the blood of Jesus. Do you know what sort of trauma this young child is scarred for life? But in a statement on Tuesday, the police said altercation heightened suspicion within the school, leading students to spread unverified claims. The police called on the public, especially young people, on social media to be cautious when sharing or amplified unconfirmed reports that have not been cleared by security officials. Obviously, there was panic in the air because just hours before that incident, their colleagues were attacked and abducted. Their family members are still in captivity as we speak. We also saw the gruesome murder of Michael. I mean, a teacher's life. What is a teacher's life worth?
It's worth nothing. The life of every Nigerian is worth nothing to the government. And that's what it shows. The only lives that are worth something, maybe it's the life of a current serving politician in a high position that has access to police and guard. You and I, our lives are worth nothing. The day we understand that, maybe it will help us appreciate things better. You were saying in that report that when people should verify from the security agents when things like this have been shared. But with due respect, I'm sorry. The security agents have not shown themselves as a trusted arbiter in all of this. And it's sad to say. Vimbai, you said something just now that the DHQ said these are the terrorists that were chased away. Was it not the same military authority that said that there are no terrorist bases in the Southwest?
So the argument the relief is ultimately saying that, well, they are not based, but there are people who are in transit. That's not holding brief, but that's what the statement says.
So now they've now corrected themselves that they're terrorists. Terrorists.
Yeah.
But formerly they said they're not terrorists, based that they're not terrorists in the southwest. So you just see what a security authority in the space of a week has just contradicted itself. But if it's just this crack that talks about how soldiers are suffering, they're incarcerated. By the way, we're happy it's out now. So you can see, who are the people do we want to respect? But we'll still support them because things will have been way worse. So we appreciate the service of the good ones amongst them. Oji, we talked about $30 million being raised for Safe School Initiative. This will excite you. As of 2021, Sarah asked to probe missing $30 million Safe School money. Right? They wrote a letter to Buhari. The question is, they should show us what they did with the Safe School $30 million. What did the Safe School do? Is it not to ensure, okay, there are fences around schools and all of that? Oji, till today, the girls that were kidnapped in KB, military was stationed in that school. They said they called them 30 minutes before the terrorists came to kidnap these girls. Till today, they have not answered the question, who gave the military the order to leave the school so that the girls would be kidnapped in KB? Then we now come to the case of these people here. Oji, over a week, we want to say our military architecture have not been able to track where these people are. And that's why I say our lives does not mean anything. Except you are high up there and you have government protection. Look at this teacher. They are poor. They are struggling to give children a future. They are being beheaded. They are being killed. At least, Governor Sheyi Makinde has shown proactiveness. But he can't do it alone. Where is the leader of our country? If we're traveling all the way there as a father of the nation to consult you. But if I talk now, they will say Rufai is stupid. You know why? Because when he went to Jos to consult people, it's not airport to stay that he was checking that. See, flight to Suku. There's no light on the road. He will enter a place where people's children were there. And if I say this thing now, the next thing they say is that Rufai talk as if all the problems in country was caused by Tinubu. It's not caused by Tinubu. I'm saying all of this is because President Tinubu is the one in charge. When President Buhari was here, did I mention President Tinubu? No. So the box stops with him.
All right. So, I mean, you've seen these videos. We saw a grandmother crying, wailing, where these families are devastated. Like you said, I know that the Oyo State government is doing their best, but these are real lives. Please, I would, as the security forces, I know that they're doing their best. Please ensure that these families reunite. Well, now to politics. We're seeing more videos of irregular vote counting during the APC primaries in a new clip, which appeared on Thursday. An election official at Ekpa is seen counting people as 10, 11, and 12 before jumping to 1,000. Let's take a look.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1,000,
1,000. You know what? I'm actually beginning to believe that these videos are skits because I can't. No, this is what I'm thinking now. I don't think that. But why are they filming each other? I mean, isn't it clear vote rigging at this point? I mean, why are they filming each other doing that? Who's filming who? It looks like a. It looks like camera. No, tell me. I don't understand it.
They need evidence of the people that they will transact with that were supposed to vote. So they are filming the people that were in the line.
Okay.
And matching it up
Yeah.
So this is democracy according to some people. Maybe some people call this one free and fair primaries.
All right.
It's free and fair. This is free. It doesn't get freer than this.
All right.
Competitive in history. It's the most competitive in history, Oji.
All right.
It can't get better than this. Because you saw what, Oji. This has become the standard.
All right.
That's democracy in action.
This is just really strange. But, you know, they say that this is the House of Representatives elections. But, you know, the counting of results has been ongoing across various parts of the state. Now, as Governor Umo Eno emerged this week as the party's consensus governorship candidate, calling his nomination a renewed mandate to continue serving the people of Akwa Ibom State. Well, congratulations to the governor of Akwa Ibom. He was victorious, came out unopposed. So kudos to Pastor Umo Eno. Well, in Ibadan, an Oyo State House of Assembly candidate, Olusegun Olaleye, also known as Radical, was seen driving around Ibadan, yelling and cursing the APC after he was defeated. Let's take a look. Ashaku! I'm sorry, I didn't tell you. This is not a gallant loser. He's not a gallant loser. He did not lose gallantly. But you know, this is what this comes out to. Online users on social media, they've been questioning the scale of his reaction to his loss, calling out the showmanship that is increasingly become evident when faced with a loss in Nigerian politics. And you know, we recall that we took Desmond Elliott's story, and he was saying that if you want to lose, just lose gallantly. Lose gallantly. But you know, that was a video that I just wanted to highlight. But in a new video, the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Joash Amopitan, is calling for immediate arrest of any individual found guilty of vote buying, with Amopitan calling it a criminal offense. The chairman made this comment at an Ekiti state event. Let's take a look.
One of the major challenges and constraints of our electoral process is vote buying or vote trading. This is a criminal offense under the Electoral Act, and it is the responsibilities of the law enforcement agencies, most especially the FCC, the ICPC, and the police, to ensure that those that are involved in it are arrested and properly prosecuted. This is the responsibility of INEC to prosecute. Therefore, we urge all political parties to please refrain from this issue of vote trading.
All right, Adefemi, these are strong words from the INEC chairman, but it remains to be seen whether this will translate to action. As we've seen the last few days alone, all these videos of vote buying captured in camera. Who is going to arrest who? When is that going to happen? I've highlighted at least, I believe, like 7 videos in this week alone.
Exactly. I mean, it's not every day I get to sit on the table all day with you. And just yesterday, you took a story of women complaining that they were being paid 1,000 naira, I think it was, for buying their votes or being paid to vote. And I said yesterday, this is a crime, and this is not something that should be done. So on the one hand, that's wonderful coming out of the INEC chairman, George Mukutan, saying that these people will be reprimanded because they are committing a crime. But talk is cheap. We're going to need to see some examples of this type of action. And I understand that, the INEC chairman is very busy. They just had a disappointing outcome come out of the Federal High Court. But really, this is what they should be focusing on. Because on the large scale, yes, you can talk about deadlines and party primaries, but really on the minuscule grass level scale, there are many things challenging and targeting at the sanctity of our democracy. You need to give examples. It's too easy, as you said, on this very show, on this platform, to bring the example of people having the audacity to complain about how much they were paid, not that they were paid at all. So yeah, I think that we're getting to a point that he can make statements as many times as he likes, he actually has to do something so that there's a real deterrent when it comes to vote buying and vote selling.
I mean, I do like that. I commend him for coming out to say that this, obviously the elections are full gear right now. We don't want to see more of these vote buying videos. But if I come to you, here in Lagos, the state governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, was seen participating in the APC governorship primary election, where he voted alongside his wife, Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, speaking after queuing to vote at what E3 on Lagos Island. Sanwo-Olu described the state's elections as transparent and evident of the party's commitment to democracy. Let's take a look. People online have commended this move by the governor, calling it leading by example, even at grassroots level. Your thoughts?
Absolutely. I think one of the joys of these primary elections was being able to see some of our high-profile politicians back in the grassroots. We saw pictures of Senate President Godswill Akpabio queuing up, Hope Uzodinma also queued up. They all had to. Ultimately, it reminds you that politics is local. But it also reminds you, and not speaking specifically to any individual, but it also reminds you that this is where the power comes from. And politicians are very well aware that the power is in the hands of the people. And I wish that this acknowledgement of this power didn't only come around during election period. Like I said, this is not a direct commentary on Governor Sanwo-Olu. This is just a commentary on politics as we know it, which is that during election season, some areas that don't even know what their elected official looks like are suddenly remembered. You look at vote buying, for example, and just to go back to the issue of vote buying, where before in the last electoral act, the punishment was a fine of 500,000 naira and or imprisonment. It's now gone up to 5 million naira. But again, why are they buying votes? Because without the electorate, there can't be no election. So this is just a reminder to the people that you hold the power in your hands. When you come out in your numbers to vote overwhelmingly and to protect your vote, it makes it very difficult for a lot of the inconsistencies and irregularities that we see happen. And I love that we see our politicians going to the grassroots. It's a reminder that this is where the power is. And I wish that we could also just embrace and remember that no matter what manipulation we accuse or allege of happening, for as long as that citizen participation is there, the active office of the citizen is on the ground, then we can start to move forward. Great to see Governor Sanwo-Olu preparing for life after office. He's a dancing governor. He's a governor who likes fashion. Yes, he loves fashion. So I'm really looking forward to what's in store for him after leaving office, and of course Lagos State is looking forward to the next election. We now know the APC candidate, and we'll see who he's going against. And congratulations to him. Incoming.
Well done, Governor Sanwo-Olu. Now we're going to continue this conversation, but first, what do you think about our stories so far? Join the conversation. Use the hashtag What's Trending with OGOB. We're reading your comments. We'll go on a short break now. When we come back, What's Trending will continue this. Say, after posting a video threatening to shoot and kill anyone who records him while on duty. In the clip, he directly defied the Inspector General of Police, saying that anyone who films him will be killed. And the IGP will have to bury them, sparking outrage on social media. Let's take a look.
Every day when I did work, duty, as an officer, I did with my rifle, I did work. Make somebody video me. Make that order, when you go out, I say when I video what? he go go do your burial for you. He go bury you. Now he go bury you. For back the numbers of how many people go kick away. Now he go bury you now. Allah. Uniform now we buy nothing na fit do for now we now we do anything. And nothing no accountability for us for any life. Who die to not be this one die the way just come in now. They give they try to amend things. They help people. All my body na bullet show, gun show, my full. You talk about 4 lives. This is gunshot. They burn anybody well. Just carry your camera. Watch me well. Carry your camera. Come around anywhere I dey. Want to come mistake with you. If you don't do, I'll clear everybody down. Your full boss. Anywhere, if except person don't stand near you when they do, I'll clear everybody down.
So you know what? Following the outrage, the officer posted another video on Thursday, apologizing to Nigerians. In the apology video, he claimed his threatening remarks were made out of anger and frustration over the suffering police officers face every day.
I've been pushing the video since updates from time. It doesn't go viral. But the one I make yesterday now, it don't be push. Because I don't hear say I say this. No, I don't mean it like that. I only annoyed for people. Actually, you can video us, you can video a policeman. But it's not now that anybody can just come from anywhere. Started videoing somebody is on duty. Even some policemen sitting on their own, they will go there and be videoing there. They have taken it beyond that for us. If we make the policemen not to work active, because they were supposed to work active, go the fear, say they not video, they not do this. Anything can happen. I don't collect bread. We don't dey 17. Now let me survive. I'm a bit of all. I survive the operation. So not be say I dey talk with now frustration because of the way other people don't do, when they take correction. Not be say you don't see policeman they give video now. You wanna forgive me? Yeah? You are offended to our brother, you wanna forgive me.
5. These videos have fired up the public, resurfacing conversations around police brutality. And they're coming just weeks after a federal high court ruling in March 2026 explicitly affirmed Nigerians' constitutional right to film police officers carrying out their duties in public spaces. So Isokwe didn't just threaten citizens, he openly defied a court ruling and his own Inspector General of Police, even though he apologized.
Somewhere. Take your apology back. Your apology without what nonsense. What rubbish do we even happen in this country? You threatened all of us, Nigerians. You say we have no right to video you. Now you're trying to apologize, and you couldn't even apologize properly. You're trying to make it joke. What stupid nonsensical justification? So you think Nigerians will just bring out their phone and video you when you're not doing something bad? If you are truly a good official and they are videoing you and you are doing something good, it will reflect. It's even a promotion for the good work. I have seen police officers that people have celebrated, that they videoed and said, oh, this man is an exceptional man. He saved us, he helped us. And people even crowdfunded for them. But it's only when they are doing something bad, they don't want people to video them. It's somewhere. Your apology does not hold water. We know police are not being treated properly. We speak for the police, we speak for the army. When Justice Crown spoke for the army, they jailed him. Some people have even suffered for speaking for those in office. They are good police officers, but you don't reflect a very good one. Your IG said something, people have the right to video. Yeah. By law, by default, are you not supposed to wear camera badge on you so that you'll be able to show your conduct?
This is it.
To evaluate you. Yeah. And now you are talking, giving the apology. What did you say? Was it? I doesn't mean it like that. It's just you are saying you might do. No, it's not a reflection of good people. You must set people aright. Because if you are doing something good, that's when we broadcast it to the world.
Absolutely. I mean,
because you have something to hide. So
yes.
Your apology, take it back. We don't want it.
Yeah, this video has caused outrage on social media, and
now.
Rightfully so. I mean, the call also for this retraining of these officers. How is it that you don't know you cannot go on video, no matter the frustration and
blood test for it. Let's people see drug in blood levels.
And it's not just the police officers. We saw some videos of soldiers actually threatening civilians. We had that video, and we'll probably bring that story tomorrow when we have a detailed report on that. But he's apologized.
Apologies, they say the best apology is change behavior. I'm not sure how much remorse this gentleman really has. I think he's sorry he got caught, not so much sorry he made that video.
He's sorry he got caught. Should we now go to Anambra State, where the state governor, Professor Charles Chukwuma, is threatening traders up to 40 million naira in fines if they don't open their shops as part of the Monday sit-at-home directive. The governor made these comments while addressing traders, which was captured in a video that emerged on Thursday. The second one.
You are liable to the second offense. That's second offense. That's another 20 million. First offense of you not opening any business here. It's 20 million. The offense of you going to now unsolicited is another ID.
All right, the governor of Anambra State has been in the news lately. We've seen a story this week where I believe it was the Punch that reported that he had banned burials, and the government of Anambra State debunked that story as well. But I don't know your thoughts on this actual, sit at home, which we've been saying that private business owners have a right to either sit at home or not sit at home if they choose to. I know it's a sensitive topic, but according to the governor, the purposes of these steep taxes is to ensure trading is ongoing to boost the state's economy. The sit-at-home order began in 2021 by the leader of the indigenous peoples of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, which led to the periodic closing of markets, schools, and transport. Till today, some residents avoid public spaces out of fear of violence. A quick comment, Adifemi, really quick.
That's the whole point.
Yes.
Because yes, the governor can mandate these things, put these fines in question. You have to actually target the real root cause of it. People are obliging to sit at home order essentially because they are afraid.
Right.
So what the state government needs to do is put measures in place whereas the people no longer feel afraid. As you said, they've been following this order for years, not primarily or solely out of allegiance to Nnamdi Kanu or to IPOB. Whether or not that's the case is almost secondary. But the vast majority of people are adhering to the sit-at-home order because they are afraid of any reprisal attacks should they do so. So I think what the state governor should do is put more effort into making the people feel safe to come outside.
All right, fantastic. Well said. We'll quickly breeze through the story. Well, amid ongoing conversations around xenophobia in South Africa, Nigerian human rights lawyer and senior advocate of Nigeria, Fulani has now petitioned the African Commission on Human and People's Rights over South Africa's failure to stop xenophobic attacks in the country. In the petition sent on Tuesday, it describes the recent attacks targeting foreigners as neither isolated nor sporadic, but instead are a systemic failure to protect foreign nationals. As a result, Falana is calling on the Commission to conduct an independent investigation while also calling on accountability from the South African government. Meanwhile, tensions confronting South Africans in the middle of the street. Let's take a look. The friction in South Africa has shown no sign of abating. On Thursday, immigrants who were staying at a church center in Durban out of fear of attacks were forced out by authorities and forcibly driven instead to a government refugee center. We also heard that, Falana is also also demanding that the Commission brings this matter before the government of the African Union and the Assembly of Heads of State. Like I said, this is not slowing down.
That instance in Durban, at some point, those immigrants also went to the police station to seek shelter, and they were turned back from the police station as well. Some countries have started repatriating people. We spoke earlier about Ghana, which had scheduled a flight for Ghanaians who felt that their lives were in danger in South Africa to go back home. And they've even created welcome home packages for them, including financial packages. They said they would assist them with getting jobs and just, a soft landing. Guess what, OG? Only one person showed up for the flight. So in all of this that's going on, we see these daily confrontations, but it seems our people are also not prepared to leave. So what do? I round up by saying I was just watching a video of the former President Thabo Mbeki speaking on this issue, and he says that, well, under his presidency, there were undocumented workers, but the economy grew and the crime levels were much lower, and this happened later. So it can't be about undocumented immigrants. Obviously, there's another form of state failure that has happened between then and now that is causing the spike in criminality.
Well, I salute Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, who's always doing the Lord's work. This has to slow down, really. Well, can we take some uplifted stories? Yes. Now to fashion. The Nigerian fashion industry is celebrating one of its most iconic figures, Tiffany Amber, founder and CEO, Bolake Akindele, who has officially taken the helm of the Kwara Garment Factory in Ilorin as the private sector operator of one of Nigeria's most advanced industrial apparel manufacturing facilities. Akindele's journey began nearly 3 decades ago with a vision to build an African fashion house that could hold its own on the global stage. Over 28 years, he transformed Tiffany Amber from a passion project into an internationally recognized brand, putting Nigerian design